Hello, 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 hello. This is Tales of the Unknown, and I am sick as fuck. Not as bad as yesterday, but I'm doing better today. But I'll tell you this right now. I'm here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys game and how they put my sick ass through the ringer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So, um, Giants had no prayer of winning this game. Should not have even been this close. For all the Giants are, they are inept at offense. Their defense is probably their only, I would say, their only bright spot. And the Cowboys, to me, are what should have been, and to me, clearly have the better weapons. I think Dak Prescott, in this stage of his career, is the better quarterback than Russell Wilson is. And in, because this is going to be the narrative. You know, if Micah Parsons had not been traded, this game would not have been close. Cowboys would have steamrolled their ass, and I honestly do believe that, because they've got nobody right now that can really get to the quarterback, and you can try to, and it showed in this game. Their defense is the Cowboys' Achilles heel. This score right here, 40-37, 40. Look at this one, 40. This is what Dallas has got to put up every single game, because this defense right now, they ain't cutting it. It ain't cutting it right now. And I tell you this right now. You let Russell Wilson turn him into Super Bowl Russell Wilson, getting 450 freaking yards. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. 450 yards from 36-year-old Russell Wilson. If Michael Parsons was still a Cowboy, this would have been a different story. Russell Wilson would not have these numbers. This right here might as well have been either 7 or 17. Ain't no way this should have been 37. But because you got no pass rushers, no legitimate pass rushers, you're just throwing people out there, see what stuff. Seeing who's gonna make it stick. And then on top of that, your secondary is depleted. Trayvon Diggs is still trying to recover. They were going up against him, and I figured, Trayvon Diggs, he did pretty doggone good job against A.J. Brown, shut him out until that one catch that they had towards the end of the game. But he got beat on some of these things, and I'm thinking, he's not pressing as hard as he should. And he's just not following his how the scheme is supposed to be played out, and leaving vulnerable spots. And it's his own defense. The Dallas Cowboys they just have a problem with. They've always done things man to man, and now they're having to play freaking zone. So it's another thing they have to adjust to. But man, Russell, that secondary was sorry. But there's one man that I'm blaming for nearly costing us the game, and his name is Elam. Number 20, Elam. Now, I ain't gonna say, I don't want to go out here and say, man, this man needs to get cut. But fuck it, I'm gonna go say it. He gotta get his ass cut. There ain't no way you can keep playing the game that you're playing and still be on a football field. There just ain't no way. Ain't no way. And if you ain't gonna cut him, you need to bench him. You need to go ahead and get Stephon Gilmore, get somebody to go up there and play, because Deron Bland's hurt. I don't know if he's gonna play in week 3. We're gonna find out. Trayvon Diggs still trying to get his legs underneath him. You need somebody there. You lost Jordan Lewis to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Excuse me. You don't have Michael Parsons there anymore. So basically at this point, you gotta take Elam out. I'm sorry. You go out there and you're thinking about getting a pass rusher. I'm sorry. You need to go out there and worry about getting somebody else in the secondary. You need to go ahead and go out there and get either I believe Samuels is still out there, but Stephon Gilmore was a former Cowboy. Go out there and get that man. Go out there and get Stephon Gilmore. Because Elam's not going to do it. I swear to God, every time you throw a deep ball, where did it go? 9 times out of 10, that crap went straight in Elam's direction. And pretty much each and every time, Elam got beat. He had no reason. He's not hurt. As far as I know. He just kept getting beat and beat and beat and beat. And it was like, good grief. Especially towards the end of the game, when your defense is supposed to shore up that crap. Elam gives up a deep ball. I swear, the Cowboys defense made Russell Wilson look like Super Bowl Russell Wilson, and he ain't there. They need to do something. They need to get rid. Look, if you're looking, I know they want to look at pass rushers, but Jesus Christ, man, what happens if you guys don't get home? They're going to be just touchdown central. You need to shore up things in your secondary, more so left field than you do in your pass rushing. Blitz if you have to blitz more, but you have to have your secondary healthy and just technically sound, and I just feel like Elam's not that. Elam got beat so many times. He got beat here and there in the Eagles game, if I remember correctly. And he got beat over and over and over again by Russell Wilson. This game, 37 points should not have happened. Why? Because they don't have Michael Parsons. Again, sorry. Excuse me. But they also just don't have that secondary to shore up. Jordan Lewis, that guy right there, was one of your best. Dallas got cheap. They let him go because they thought they were going to pay. I'll tell you this right now. If they knew they were getting rid of Michael Parsons, Jordan Lewis will still be a Dallas Cowboy. I promise you that. But because Jerry got hurt with his ego, Michael Parsons feeling some type of way about himself as well, everybody, Cowboys in the end got screwed. Jordan Lewis should have still been a Cowboy. Because I promise you right now, he would have been one of the ones that the Cowboys, like they just signed an extension for Tyler Smith, man. I think it was yesterday. They're giving these guys extensions, but they're using and that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. Good on Jerry's part. But see, this came down to Jerry and Micah just screwing around, and what it did was mess up the Cowboys' offseason and their defense because Jordan Lewis is gone, so you can't have somebody who could have filled up Elam's spot. And I think Jordan Lewis would have been a hell of a better defender than Elam. Tons better. It just should have never been this close. Look at that, 450. That makes me sick to my stomach. 450 fucking yards to Russell Wilson, making his ass look like Super Bowl Russell Wilson. Over here on Dak Prescott's side right here. Dak Prescott, man, I don't care what you say about this man. This man played clutch as hell. This man played clutch. Whatever you want to say about him, he played clutch in his game. Cowboy hater or not, he played clutch in his game. And you know what, man? The worst thing about this all, man, as I play Fanatics, that Fanatics app, I play the Fanatics game, and I play like that Perfect 9, was almost like tic-tac-toe. And I swear to God, man, I had Russell Wilson on one of the squares that I had. You know, I could have picked Russell Wilson to get 275. And Dak Prescott 300. I could have got me my damn squares today. That's what's pissing me off too. I could have got my damn squares. I could have got my doggone four corners and would have got fan cash in $100. $100 worth of fan cash. But because Cowboys defense want to play sorry as hell, And because I was thinking, you know what? I'm trusting this defense. I should have never done that. I should have never done that. Because look at that. I messed up. Here, this probably wouldn't have happened if the game wasn't so close. So I'm not totally as mad about that. But the fact that it still happened still kind of irritates me. And that nobody that I picked, well, except for, again, I picked Wandale Robinson to get like more than 7 receptions. So I got at least 1 square. But they messed up my 4 corners, man. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. But either way, this game shouldn't have been close. The running game, Javonte Williams, 18 carries for 97 yards. I'm very happy about that. Javonte Williams, I just thought he was just going to be another down back. But this man, he's proven something to me, man. I ain't seen Jordan Blue. I'm surprised he's still in playing, but it comes down to, I guess, you know, as Shoddy says, consistency. So that's why I haven't seen him play. But Javonte Williams, man, he's proven to be a dog, an absolute dog, and I love Javonte, man. Javonte is my dude. So very happy with that. CD stepped up. He made clutch catches towards the end of the game. George Pickens got his first touchdown to Dallas Cowboy. Happy about that. He had a clutch penalty. I don't want to say clutch penalty, but you know, towards the end of the game, he had a penalty, the pass interference. It didn't look like much. But I say because also I felt like there was a hold it on Dallas on that touchdown drive with Guyton. So I guess you could kind of say that makes up for that, but that didn't look like much to me for George Pickens. But he made clutch catches, and I take Jalen Tolbert. You know, he's so up and down, man. I don't even know how to feel about him. Because I'm saying, send that man to the sun. I see somebody say, send that man to the sun on X. Because he missed it. He had the ball. Pretty much like CD had the ball against the Eagles. He missed He missed that catch. Yeah, Dak made clutch throws towards the end. And can we say, Brandon Aubrey, that is our most clutch player. Yeah, if there's anybody you can trust more than Dak, it is Brandon Aubrey. 64 yards out and then 46 for the game winner. The 64 yards out was a tie to send it to overtime, and the 46 was to win the game. I was very happy with that, man. You know, Brandon Aubrey if there's anybody to trust more than Dak, it is Brandon Aubrey. That man. You pay that man any kind of money. That man needs to stay here for like 10, 13 years. Keep Ain't no way we need to give that man up. But anyways, man, that offense stepped up, and this is going to be a problem. 40 points. Now, 40 points just for the Cowboys scoring, that's great. But when your defense is giving up 37 or giving up to 30, you ain't going to win most of those games. This interception that Dak had could have really messed things up, but fortunately for us, Russell Wilson decided to throw it up to the football gods, and they did not repay him for that. He got picked off. I don't know where he was really throwing it to. No, he's throwing it to Neighbors, but like Neighbors was like, he didn't know what the hell that man was trying to do. But it is what it is. Cowboys are 1-1. They got to fix that up. I'm saying right now, Elam, I don't want... If you're not going to cut Elam, you need to bench his ass, because you cannot have the kind of display of having this man get beat. The way he got beat. And sick, sorry. But you cannot have this man get beat. You cannot have somebody getting beat like that. It's bad enough your pass rushing and get there. You need somebody. If you're not going to get anybody from anybody pass rushing, you need your secondary short up. That's the problem. Elam's not the guy. So when you have Clowney, you're going to get him, okay. But you better hope that that man can be a real disruptive pass rusher, like he was back in his 20s. Because if not, It's going to be all day cook, all day barbecue on Elam. But if I'm the Cowboys, I'm not going to get Clowney after the display that happened here. I'm not getting Clowney. I'm going out there and I'm getting Stephon Gilmore. Go out there and get Gilmore. That's all I'm gonna say. Dallas Cowboys win. They're 1-1. Let me see who they play next. Who do we play next? Oh, we play in Chicago. God, in Chicago. Wait, what? I'm just seeing this right now. Breaking news. Breaking news. Hey man, this is crazy. Breaking news. Cowboys are signing free agent of D and Jerry Clowney. Jerry Jones saw that game. He said, "Man, we need to get to quarterback, baby." Oh my God. So here it is. Wow. Okay, so Cowboys are signing Clowney. After the game, I'm pretty sure he called him and said, "Hey man, we're gonna get you whatever you want. We're paying you whatever you want. We just need some help because we need to get to that quarterback. We made Russell Wilson look like he was back in the damn Super Bowl year. We cannot let that happen again." But that's the thing, though. It comes down to secondary as well. Elam is not the guy you want to have starting. You can have him in the slot. Hopefully, Deron Bland. That means that Deron Bland is going to be back for the next game. But if I'm the Cowboys, Elam is either going to be a slot guy or that man's coming off the bench or something. Because you are not telling me that Elam's going to be the guy starting until Deron Bland's healthy. Because if that is, then the Cowboys secondary is Barbecue City. Barbecue City. Cowboys are signing Jadeveon Clowney. Now, if he can amount more pressure and help out this Cowboys D-line, that's great. I hope so. But from where I'm standing, I felt like, they needed to get Stephon Gilmore. They could, maybe they could. I got to check on later. Like I said, I just found this out looking up here to see who the Cowboys were playing next. God. I'm telling you, man, that the freaking Cowboys put me through the damn ringer today. But I'm going to work out. I got an extra bit of adrenaline because of this game. So, yeah, I'm about to work out in a minute. At least do some kind of workout. Prepare myself for tomorrow. Got to work. But, like I say, man, Jadeveon Clowney is going to be a Dallas Cowboy. So, get ready for that one. I still feel like they should get Stephon Gilmore because Elam's not the guy. Elam's just not the guy. Tolbert, I say, man, because Tolbert, it's so hard with Jalen Tolbert because there are times where he could make these catches, and then sometimes he just disappears. It's tough. But you know what? Cowboys won because of Dak Prescott and the wide receivers and freaking Brandon Aubrey. And Brandon Aubrey, us Cowboys fans trust. And so that's it. That's all I wanted to get on here to talk about. I was fired up about this. We got the Bears next in Chicago. That's going to be a tough one because their defense is pretty good and it's in Chicago. And it's always a tough place for us to play. So hopefully we win that one, but we got to see. And then obviously the game after that, we're back home for the Packers game, and I have a feeling we're going to get our asses kicked in this game. I pray to God we don't, but I feel like we're going to lose and get our asses kicked in that Packers game. I'm being honest. I hope not, but we'll see. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching this. Let me know in the comment section how Cowboys fans feel about this game. Do you feel the same way that I feel? Do you think Jadeveon Clowney is a good signing for Dallas? And if not, do you think they should go after the guys in the secondary like Stephon Gilmore or Samuels, who is still out there? Thank you guys for watching. I am powering through this right now. I'm trying to hold back the coughs and everything else. Uh, just stay safe out there. This world keeps getting crazier and crazier, and so yeah, I'll just say stay safe. Um, See you guys in the next video, and hopefully a lot more healthier in the next video. It says that you're no logging off. Go Cowboys.